Good morning, Year 3. It's Miss Callahan with your literacy lesson on Monday, the 8th of February 2021. Today we're going to be starting a new outcome, all about healthy eating and healthy living. Today your learning objective is to summarise. Please write the date and learning objective in your literacy book now. Press pause to give yourself time to do this and press play when you're ready to continue with the lesson. For our warm-up, we're going to be recapping simple sentences. Can anyone remember what a simple sentence must contain? A simple sentence needs a subject and a verb. Here we've got an example. Lucy loved ice cream. Lucy is the subject. We know that Lucy is a noun. And the verb is loved. Now take a look at this sentence. Can you label the subject and the verb? I'll give you 10 seconds to have a think. Hopefully you should have said that I is the subject and swam is the verb. Swam is an example of a past tense verb. Can you try this example in your literacy book? You need to label the subject and the verb. Pause the video while you try this and then press play when you're ready to see if you got it correct. In this simple sentence, Alice is the subject. We know this because Alice is a name. Names are often nouns. What about the verb in the sentence? Goes is a verb. It describes what Alice is doing. Are there any other verbs in this sentence? Study is also a verb. It's a thing you can do. Using your blue pen, tick or correct this example. To apply this knowledge, it's time to choose a challenge. Choose either the mild, spicy or hot option. Write the simple sentence in your literacy book and label the subject and the verb. Pause the video to give you a chance to do this and then press play when you're ready to proceed. As I briefly mentioned at the start of the lesson, this week we're starting a new outcome. Last week, Miss Callahan and Miss Dyson received a letter at school. This letter was from a doctor asking for our help. Here is the letter that we received. I've put a copy in your packs so you can read it too. Let's read it together. Dear Year 3, my name is Dr. Hebb and I am writing to ask for your help. I work at the local doctor's surgery and we have noticed that some of our families are struggling to maintain a healthy lifestyle. We have seen a rise in obesity, tooth decay, sleep deprivation, common coughs and colds, and a lack of cleanliness. We would like to provide some information leaflets that would interest our families and support them to make better choices. We heard that the Year 3 children at Hucklow are learning about healthy lifestyles, and we wondered if you could share your research. Please could you create an information leaflet that we could have in our waiting room area? Parents and children could read it when they have an appointment. This will hopefully inspire the local community to make better choices. We look forward to reading your leaflets and spreading the word about healthy lifestyles. Yours faithfully, Dr. Hebb. Do you think we can help him, Year 3? I know that we can. After reading through Dr. Hebb's letter, what are the issues around health and well-being in our community? Can you read through the letter and try to retrieve the information to answer the question? In the first paragraph, I can see that Dr. Hebb has seen a rise in obesity, tooth decay, sleep deprivation, common coughs and colds, and a lack of cleanliness. These are all issues in the local community around health and well-being. Well done if you managed to spot those. Today we're going to be looking at some healthy lifestyle leaflets and learning to summarise them. Your success criteria is I can understand what I read, I can identify main ideas from a text, and I can summarise ideas into my own words. So what does it mean to summarise? Summarise is a verb, and it means to give a brief statement of the main points of something. If you are summarising something, it needs to be shorter than the text, you need to use your own words, and it should contain the main ideas only. This acronym, SUM, helps remind us of that. These are a few examples of healthy lifestyle leaflets. You can see lots of bright colours, information that's broken down into steps or using bullet points, lots of pictures. I can see some questions such as did you know and how many ways are you changing. This will help draw the reader in straight away and get them thinking about what the leaflet is telling you. This should give you a couple of ideas of what our leaflet should look like at the end of the week. Let's look at one closely together. Here we've got top tips to keep your family healthy and happy. As we're reading through, we need to highlight the main ideas. So I can see that there are 5 different things, 5 tips you can do to stay healthy and happy. The first one, sugar swaps. Swap fizzy drinks, juice drinks, flavoured milks for water, low-fat milks and no added sugar drinks. I'm going to highlight sugar swaps because that is a main idea. I'm also going to highlight for water, low-fat milks and no added sugar drinks because that's what we need to swap things for. Number 2, me-sized meals. Remember, kids are smaller than adults, so give them a smaller portion to begin with. If they're still hungry, they'll ask for more. So I'm going to highlight me-sized meals. What else could I highlight here? I'm going to highlight give them a smaller portion to begin with. Remember, we don't want to highlight the full paragraph, just the main ideas. 3. Snack smart. Sugary snacks can all add up. When choosing packaged snacks, stick to 2 a day max. But remember, fruit and vegetables are always the best snack. So I'm going to highlight 2 a day max. And fruit and vegetables because they're the best snack. Number 4, eating out. When eating out, look for child-friendly options that include fruit and vegetables. We've got fruit and vegetables again. You can see that's really important and one of the main ideas. Try to avoid bigger portions such as go large or supersize deals. So try to avoid bigger portion sizes is what I will highlight here. And finally, keep going every day. Kids need 60 active minutes each day. This could be in short 10-minute bursts throughout the day. Try scootering to school, skipping to the shops, or dancing to a song. keep track of screen time. Many parents find it helpful to set a daily limit. The main part in this text is that you need to keep active. So I'm going to highlight kids need 60 active minutes each day. When you're thinking about summarising, a good way to think about it is how much information you can fit on a sticky note. You only want to choose the amount of information that you could stick on a small post-it note, making sure you focus on only the key points. A question hand can also help us summarise the main ideas or themes from the information or story. Today we're going to be looking at information texts, so some of the ones for story might not be relevant. So you need to think about who, what, where, when, why. Who are the main characters of the story? We're not looking at a story, but we know that our information text is telling us that all people need to be healthy, children and adults. What happens? What is it telling us? The information text is telling us different things we can do to be healthy and happy. Where and when? Where can you do these things? When can you do these things? We know from reading through the text that you can do 60 minutes of exercise every day. You could do this anywhere. You could do it going to the shops, going to school, in your garden. And finally, why is it important to the reader? For this, you need to be thinking about why people might read this leaflet. They might want to be healthier. They might want to make changes to their lifestyle. When you are summarising a text, you need to think about these 5 points and try and get the most important bits. Let's go back to the text that we looked at together and try and summarise it on this post-it note. The first thing I'm going to summarise is the point of the text. The text is telling us that there are 5 things you can do to keep your family healthy and happy. So to summarise that, there are 5 top tips to keep your family happy and healthy. Looking at the first point, we want to mention that there are sugar swaps and that you should swap for water, low-fat milks and no added sugar drinks. Like so. Next we want to mention me-sized meals, because that's one of the points that we underlined. So I've summarised it to eat me-sized meals with a smaller portion for kids. For the snack smart box, the main point we want to make is that fruit and vegetables are the best snack. Fruit and vegetables are the best snack. If we look at this box, it's all about portion size again. We've already talked about that point, about me-sized meals and smaller portions for kids. So I'm not going to write anything for that point. And finally, the 5th tip, the information that we wanted to say was that kids need 60 active minutes each day. I've put it in my own words that children need 60 minutes exercise every day. Together, we've summarised this healthy lifestyle leaflet, making sure that we've told the main points in our own words. In your learning packs, you have been given some information texts. Today's task is to use these texts and summarise them. You need to, 1, highlight the main ideas. So you need to go through and underline the key points. Number 2, you need to use the question hand to help you answer questions about the key ideas. And then number 3, you are going to write a summary of the text in your own words. Remember, a summary must be shorter than the text. In your literacy book, for each text, you should write a summary. In your book, you will set it out like this. So if you are summarising the staying healthy text, you would write staying healthy, underline it, and then write your summary paragraph underneath. And you're going to do the same for all the text that you have been given. Finally, when you have finished this task, then you have got your chili challenge. These are all working on our summarising skills. The mild chili challenge is to read a book and summarise it to a grown-up. There are some questions for you to think about when you do this. The spicy challenge, there is a paragraph about spiders, and you're going to write a summary of this text. And if you choose to do the hot challenge, then there is a little extract on mental health, and I need you to summarise, in your own words, explain the importance of Children's Mental Health Week. If you have any questions, you can email your teachers using the Year 3 email address that's in your packs. Well done everyone, keep working super hard, we're all really proud of you.